What's going on, guys? See if a few of y'all come in here. Hope everyone's having a great Sunday night. Give it a moment. See if a few of y'all come in here. I need to talk about something. Why I haven't been going live at the casino. Hey Art, how you doing? Get a few people in here and I'll start my discussion. First of all, I just want to make it clear it ain't got nothing to do with funds. Okay. It ain't got nothing to do with that. Anyway, hope everyone's having a great Sunday night. And if you're watching this replay, if you need to cancel your subscription as being a member of my channel, I understand. I'm going to try to go live for you guys as much as I possibly can, when I possibly can. I got a health condition going on right now. It started late Thursday night into Friday. It's been going on for a few weeks. I just been kind of letting it play out. It got bad enough yesterday that one of the kids wanted to take me to the hospital. Of course, I refused to go. It's one of the reasons why I haven't been live at the casino. If anybody needs to cancel their subscription to the Pop Tarts, or whatever it is we're calling ourselves, I understand. I'm going to try to go live for you guys at the casino when I'm able to. It ain't got nothing to do with funds. It ain't got nothing to do with anything like that. As you guys know, I've been in your lives. I've been trying to support your lives. I've been trying to joke around in your lives. I've been trying to keep your lives upbeat, super chatting you guys and things like that. I don't like to put my personal business out there. I try to keep that as under wraps as much as possible. I have a major stomach issue going on. Let's just put it that way. I wanted to go live for the last couple weeks. I've been dealing with some stuff. And the last time I went live for you guys at the casino, I was hurting pretty bad. Friday it got pretty intense. Saturday it got really intense. I haven't even allowed the person I'm seeing to come down because I don't want this to be part of her problem. My kids are aware of what's going on. I'm going to be able to go live for you guys at the casino until I take my last breath. Trips, on the other hand, of like traveling wise, right now I'm gonna put that on a hold, like out of state, stuff like that. I wanted to go to Biloxi next week. I was even teasing Bama Jana about it in their live today. I wanted to go to Biloxi next week. I've got a hell of a deal through Caesars where I can go to Biloxi for like $80. I'm not looking for any sympathy. I don't want any sympathy. A lot of you guys know I've got some health problems, especially like Big Slaughter and Bradley. Hammy, some of you guys has been around with me for the last 3 years. You know I've got some major health issues going on. I'm seeing a doctor Tuesday. I'm probably gonna have to see a gastrologist. Um, I don't think it's an ulcer, Hammy. It's not an ulcer. If you guys don't remember, last year I was hospitalized. I had a stomach infection and they had to pump my stomach. They had to run a hose through my nose. Y'all seen the short of it back when I was married, that we did. They had to run a hose down my nose into my stomach and pump the infection out. I'm having the same kind of symptoms. I've been letting it ride out, hoping it would go away. Some days are better than others. Some days are worse than others. I'm okay during the day, and at night it really, really, really fucking bothers me. I wanted to go live tonight at the casino, and I was getting prepared, ready to go, and I just started hurting really, really bad again. But I try to keep upbeat even in the chats when I'm joking with you guys and I'm like cracking jokes and things like that, because that's my nature. That's my nature. I try not to take everything to heart. I try not to make everything serious. I try to be myself even in the chats. But there's something serious going on. We don't know what it is. I'm gonna talk to the doctor Tuesday. Um, like I said, it's probably gonna be a deal where I have to see a gastrologist. Um, my son Ryan, he's been my saving grace. Staying, he was supposed to left out to go and leave. He's decided to stay for now. Because of the situation that's going on. My two older boys knows what's going on. I haven't really got to discuss a whole lot with my other two daughters and some of the other kids, but the kids that need to know do know. Um, if some of you know my background history, some of you guys don't know. I'm doing this from my bedroom, by the way, guys. And the reason why I'm doing this from my bedroom is my grandbabies are in my living room asleep. And then my son's in the living room. So I'm doing this from my bedroom. So I've got him staying here with me. But I have an autoimmune disease called ankylosing spondylitis. Number one, it affects my spine and my neck and my back. That's why when you guys see me in my videos, I walk a little bit hunched over. I've had that for about 5 years. In January of 2024, I was diagnosed with stage 4 cirrhosis of the liver. We don't know if that's part of it. I don't think that has anything to do with it because it's a gastro problem. I'm not showing any signs of jaundice or anything like that. I don't think that has anything to do with it. When they pumped my stomach, they said I possibly were showing major signs of what's called Crohn's disease. I've got an aunt that suffers from that. Ryan's been making me kind of eat. I have days where I don't have an appetite at all. There was a couple of days I didn't eat for 3 days. Because my stomach was hurting so bad, I just did not want to eat nothing. So I was sitting in here drinking Gatorade and water. So I didn't eat anything for almost 3 days. I was pretty much surviving off of Gatorade and water. And yesterday I woke up so nauseous. I can handle anything else in this world, guys. Anything else in this world. Headaches, anything like that. But I cannot handle being nauseous at all. Nausea just fucks with me really, really bad. Hello, Mary. Oh, yeah. I can see your name a little bit. Hang on. I don't have my glasses on or not. I want to be able to meet up with Chips and Reels and go hang out with them in Windstar, hang out with Red Screen Tiger. I want to be able to go on trips with you guys to Vegas and things like that. Um, this all started about the weekend we were supposed to leave for Vegas. It's not the reason why we canceled Vegas. We had to cancel Vegas because of some other reasons. That deal there was because the other person's babysitter backed out, and I had a friend's dad die. Um, I was gonna go ahead and do the trip to Vegas, even though I wasn't feeling all that kosher. I was gonna do that. I power through things a lot of times, guys. I power through a lot of shit. I see 10 specialists. I have 3 life-threatening diseases. My ankylosing spondylitis. I have Crohn's. Or not Crohn's. I'm sorry. That was before I found out I had Crohn's. I have COPD and asthma, and I have stage 4 cirrhosis, which the doctor hasn't been really too upset or too worried or concerned about that because of the fact that I'm so upbeat. He's like, you have got to be the most upbeat person I know. He looks forward to hearing about my little trips, about me doing this and doing that. He's like, for you being only 125, 130 pounds, you got to be the most outgoing guy I've ever seen in my life. You guys know I love to play at the casino. I love it. I mean, I absolutely love it. Whether I'm betting 50 cents a spin or I'm betting $3 or $4 a spin, it doesn't make a fuck to me. Um, yeah, hey Ann, how are you doing? Guys, if I can't read your names outright, my YouTube is doing this little at thing, so it's showing your actual handles. Um, I try to, and I've been staying active. Even though I'm not at the casino and I'm not feeling all that great. I get up every morning, I exercise, I stay active, I do things. I take care of my dogs. I take care of my other animals. Well, I've got a turtle, but I take care of my turtle, take care of my other animals, my dogs, and I've got a dog that got puppies. She had them recently, within the last couple of weeks. Um, I'm not trying to avoid y'all by not going live at the casino. God, I would give anything to go live at the casino. I was gonna go live tonight. Um, I was getting ready to go live. I seen PD was live, and I was gonna go live and follow up after him, but I started hurting really, really bad. Um, and Kurt, aka Big Slaughter, he's he knows some of the stuff I go through. Bradley Jones, my main moderator, he knows a lot of the stuff that's going on with me. There's a few of you guys that has been with me from like day one and has followed what's going on with me in life. Um, this isn't a video I want to make. I want to make fun content for you guys. I want to joke around with you guys. I want to imitate other channels. This isn't something I want to do. Um, but real life happens, and I made these damn memberships, and any of y'all that are members, if y'all noticed, I've even brought up some new emojis for it. There's an emoji that's a 69 emoji, and it's not nothing perverted. The 69 emoji is because that's when I gamble. The highway I gamble on is Highway 69. It runs from Muskogee, Oklahoma, all the way down to Dallas. That's basically our interstate. It's Highway 69. It starts in Muskogee and ends in Dallas. That's why the 69 emoji's there. I know a lot of you guys might think it's something sexual, but it's not. It's the highway I gamble because Durant's on Highway 69, my local's on Highway 69, McAllister's on Highway 69. Everywhere I gamble is Highway 69. Yeah, Mary just put it in the chat. It's not to mean anything sexual wise or anything like that. I gamble on Highway 69. Lindsay, you crack me up. Y'all, hats off to Lindsay. She's the one that come up with the Pop Tarts. I want to go live for you guys. Even when Fro and Mike was live the other night, I was cutting up with them. You guys don't know when I'm in your lives that there's something wrong with me because I cut up with you guys. I don't let it be known throughout the world that something's going on with me. I never got into this to be a big channel, huge channel. I wanted to be a big channel. I wanted to be the biggest in Oklahoma, and still so far, I still am the biggest in Oklahoma. But I wanted my fucking memberships to be affordable enough to where I would much rather have 3 or 4,000 members at 99 cents a fucking month than people pay $3 or $4 a month for it. And because I don't know from one day to the next and when I'm gonna be able to go live. That's the fact of the fucking matter. April knows some of the stuff that's going on with me. She knows I haven't been feeling well. I've been keeping her kind of at bay at the moment. I need to handle this with me and my kids. Well, I'm the biggest when it comes to the regular slots. I don't do the AP stuff. That's what I was meaning by that. I don't do the AP stuff. And it's just a joke anyway, Choctaw. Don't take it to heart, man. I know you live in Oklahoma. Don't take it to heart. I've always made it a joke that I was going to be the biggest channel in Oklahoma. It's just a running joke that me and Big Slaughter's got. But I know you live in Oklahoma. It's not a pun to you, man. But I know you've been around a long time. But I love each and every one of you guys. And whether I'm in your live on a phone typing, I may not be in your live phone typing, but I'm watching you on my television. I give you the thumbs up. Sometimes I send you guys a super chat. And that's because I want to support you guys. This has nothing to do with me not having the money to gamble. Not a fucking bit. I have plenty of money to gamble. I can get in the car right now and go fucking blow $3 or $4 fucking $100 if I want to. That's not the point of this. The point of this is I needed to explain to people because I've got some people that's it's talked to me. Hey man, when are you going live next? When are you going live next? And I want to go live. I really, really, really do. But I also don't want to hurt while I'm at the casino. It takes a lot of walking. It takes a lot of toll. Yeah, I could jump on my mobility scooter. You know, I got a mobility scooter that my ex-wife bought me a couple of years ago. I don't want to depend on that thing to ride around the fucking casino and do a live. I want to walk because you guys saw how strong I've gotten over the last couple of years or last year and a half on not having to depend on that stuff. And I want to try to keep it that way, but we got to find out what the fuck is going on with my stomach. Um, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's something to do with that Crohn's because I never followed up the Crohn's disease thing when they thought I had Crohn's because I'd already been seeing so many specialists. I'm like, I don't want to see anybody else. I'm already seeing 10 specialists. I got to take fucking shots every 2 fucking weeks to help with my disease. Um, I got to take pain meds. I'm on hydrocodones. I'm on fucking diazepam. I'm on fucking 3 different fucking inhalers. I mean, I just got a lot going on. Um, and that's why I wanted to get on here. You know, I did make new emojis. And if I feel up to it tomorrow for a little while, because like I said during the daytime, I'm not feeling so droggy. Yesterday, guys, I, I slept almost all day. I mean, I didn't even hardly watch any college football, and I love watching sports. Um, and then today I watched all the Biloxi crew go live. You know how I feel about the Biloxi crew. I love Ron Gambles and Beer Belly and Bama Jana and Juicy's Jungle and all them. You know, Ron's one of the first channels I ever got to meet outside of like some of the people that were kind of local around here. Um, you know, I traveled 10 hours to go down to meet the Biloxi crew. When it became available for me to be able to do that, I traveled 10 hours down there to do that. And I want to go to Biloxi next week, but I got to see, before I can book anything, I got to see a doctor first. I want to go and hang out with fucking Chips and Reels and gamble, um, and do things like that. Thanks, Rob. I appreciate that, man. Oh, you don't know? Yeah. Well, my autoimmune disease made me happy hoppy. My autoimmune disease made me lose a lot of weight. Back before I found out I had the disease, I weighed about 185, 190 pounds. Now I'm about 125, maybe 130. Um, hey, Soledad, how you doing? Soledad, and when I do go to Durant, um, I'll make sure that I play some Sahara Gold for you. I actually like that game. One of my biggest majors I ever hit was on that game. I hit an $887 major on that game on a 250 bet. Um, I love each and every one of you guys in the slot community. I love each and every one of my moderators. I love each and every one of my subscribers. I got into this not to ever try to make money off of anybody. I didn't give a two flying fucks if I ever got monetized. I didn't give two flying fucks if I ever made anything from YouTube. My goal was to have fun, and I have fun going live for you guys. But I also want to be at my best when I do it because you guys know I'm entertaining when I do it. I do try to watch my cussing when I'm live. A lot of you guys don't know I cuss like a sailor. I mean, I cuss really effing bad. Um, I don't cuss as much on my lives as I do in person because sometimes my grandkids are watching my lives. Um, and because my grandkids watch my lives, I don't want them to see their pop sitting there throwing the F bomb like SD guy does. Because I cuss just as bad as he does, if not worse. I love Mo Mummy. Yeah, I love Mo Mummy. I wanted to go to Reno. Guys, I've got so much good trips that I could do right now. Um to like Reno, Biloxi, and I know you guys are gonna knock it. Laughlin. I mean, like prices that you just wouldn't believe. And I mean, like next to nothing paying for these planes. But I want to make sure everything's okay. I don't want to get up in the air and there be an emergency and we have to do an emergency landing somewhere or something was to happen. Um, so I wanted to get on here and do a little explanation of why I haven't went live. And if some of you guys cancel your memberships, I understand. And I know that they're dirt cheap. They're 99 cents a month. I'm gonna go live as much as possible until they lay me in the ground. I'm gonna go live as much as I possibly can. For right now, I may have to stick to Oklahoma. A lot of you guys know I got some major filming rights here in Oklahoma. I got approved at some locations that people have never been approved for. Um, and I'm grateful for that. Um, so right now I'm keeping my distance as far as traveling within about an hour. Um, that way, if there was an emergency, the kids could get to me. Um, I thought about in the next couple of weeks, possibly if Mega Mike's down in Shreveport or something, maybe going and seeing him. Going down and gambling with him. Whether or not I can go live or not, that's two different things. I don't care about the going live. It's about hanging out with friends. Um, I wanted I want to go to Vegas and there's a lot of things I want to do. There's so much shit I want to do. I don't look at guys. I know I look a lot older than I really am. I'm only 49 years old. Um, I haven't shaved because my significant other wants me to look like fucking Grizzly Adams, I guess. Um, she told me she wants me with the mustache and the goatee and all that shit, and don't want me clean shaved. Clean shaved, should I look too young? So, oh, yeah, and I've got permission at Grant finally. I haven't been going over to Grant because of the fact that I didn't have the email. I have the email to go at Grant now. I've got Grant, McAllister. The only place I don't have a Choctaw, I've even got the stores now. The only place I don't have a Choctaw is that one over in Broken Bow, Town or whatever. But I've never even been in there. I've never even stepped foot in that place. Um, oh, you're a singer? That's cool. Yeah, yeah, I mean, I like to be able to go down to Durant and Windstar and stuff and hang out with Chips and Lindsay and all them. And I want to start broadening my places of where I go because I've got permission at High Winds. I've got permission at River Spirit. I've got permission at Riverwind over in Norman. I just want to be, if I can get the stomach issue resolved, I'll be okay. Nothing else is bothering me but my stomach. I'm not running a fever. I'm not showing jaundice on my liver issue, so I don't think it's my liver. Um, I actually think it's the Crohn's acting up. So I've been trying to change my diet up a little bit. I need to get my head out my ass and listen to my primary and go see a gastrologist and get my shit under control. And if you guys don't know, Lindsay's the reason why we're called the Pop Tarts. It all started as a running joke and everybody fell in love with it. I think the new emojis on the Pop Tarts is, I think I've added the 69. I've added, I think there's a new Dragon Link emoji. I don't really remember what all they are. Someone that's a member put all the emojis in. I can't remember what all they are. Okay, there they are. Yeah. Oh yeah, I've even got my Pop Pop Slots little logo in there too. Yeah. And I've got a buffalo emoji, and I did that for Beer Belly. Beer Belly, I like Buffalo Link, so I got the Buffalo Link emoji in there. I did that for Beer Belly. Beer Belly's been a real huge supporter of me for a really long time. Yeah, YouTube. I don't know what YouTube's deal is. Hell, the other day, I don't know if some of you guys were suffering the same issue I was having. Everybody, it even fucked with BD Slot's live stream. He had to cancel the live stream over it. I couldn't get anybody's stream to come up. Um, Even on my TV, it logged me out of my it logged me out of my YouTube accounts on my TV on my YouTube channels. I don't know what the hell was going on. It lasted for about an hour. But everybody's screens were black. Anyone I tried to watch, it was just going to straight to a black screen and just spinning. Oh, Trump wives, I'll get through this, man. My kids called me. My son gives me shit. It's not really shit. He gives me a lot of props. He's like, Dad, you remind me of a human version of Superman. You keep getting knocked down and you keep getting right back up. Me and the kids had a serious conversation tonight about the situation going on with me. I got two of my boys are pretty scared about it. Because they've even noticed I haven't been going to the casino. Last week, I didn't go at all. I let my kid play my free play. I don't ever let my kids play my free play. Um, I told him, I said, I'm hurting so bad. Just go ahead. My free play is going to expire in a few days. Go ahead and play it. I don't do that kind of stuff. That's not who I am. Um, Mind you, Choctaw don't give Choctaw. You can vouch for this. Choctaw's free play is shit anyway. We get. I sit there and blow $3,000 or $4,000 all the time in their fucking casinos, and they give you $10 a fucking week. $10 a fucking week. I can go play at the Chickasaw Nation and play $300, and for the next 6 months, get $200 or $300 a week in fucking free play. It just don't make no fucking sense. Would you be interested in downloading the app Star Maker and creating a profile? Well, I've got two YouTube channels. I've got this and I've got my Pop Pop Adventures. I'm gonna start doing some things on there on my Pop Pop Adventures. I know I keep saying that. Guys, I'm basically a walking encyclopedia when it comes to like knowledge on things around Oklahoma and other states. I'm gonna start putting some videos out on it, and then sometimes I'll go live on it too. Um, I know a lot about this state, and I know a lot about other states, and that has to do with because I used to be a truck driver. Um, yeah, and she gambles pretty much in the same area I do. Um, I've actually met Lindsay before, and I just don't really remember it. I was pretty fucked up on meds that night, the night I met her. I was just coming off of the surgery and I met her, and I don't really remember meeting her. Um, I was pretty fucked up on meds. Um, I don't, I'm not saying that like to be grateful for it. I wish I would remember what she looked like. But Um, I had just gotten over like a knee surgery or a hip surgery or something. I was pretty messed up. Um, hey Malia, how you doing? Um, but I want to be able to start, seeing the other channels again. I was sitting there looking at my Caesars app earlier, and I'm all like, God, man, these deals are amazing. I don't play at MGM. I've played at one MGM property my whole life. It was when I was in Mississippi. I went to the Bow Barrage. That's the only time I've ever played at an MGM property. Um, oh, Lindsay and Choctaw. Okay, I didn't know you two weren't getting along. I'm sorry, guys. Hey, Slot Man Cam. But no, I mean, I'm gonna go live for you guys at the casino. I'm hoping it's this week. Hell, it may be tomorrow. It may be Tuesday. Um, maybe there's something they can give me Tuesday that stops all this bullshit. I don't know. I've got to let the doctor know what's going on. I mean, I can't hold it for him. Um, but yeah, I'm usually pretty fun to watch, Slotman Cam, but tonight I'm just talking about some personal shit. I've got some problems going on. I'm just on here explaining why I haven't been live, and I appreciate the 57 thumbs up. And if you guys ever a member of the Pop Tarts, it's only 99 cents a month. I'm gonna hold my end and continue the memberships unless it comes down to where I don't think I can do this YouTube shit very much anymore, and then I'll have to end the membership stuff. Um, but for right now, I'm not ending anything. I'm still gonna be pop slots. I'm still gonna go live at the casinos. Um, I just got to get the feeling a little better, guys. I just got to get the feeling a little better. Well, that's cool, Rob. Yeah, I love to sing, man. I like to do karaoke. Um, Lindsay, you've never been live, have you? Have you ever went live, Lindsay? I mean, I know you've been on with Mike on the Truth Talk or whatever, but I don't remember you actually like. Okay, I knew you've been on the Truth Talk thing with Mike, but I didn't. I don't. I was gonna say I don't think I remember you doing the lives from a casino. But for right now, I'm sticking to Grant, Choctaw Durant, and probably McAllister and my local for casinos until I can get this shit figured out. Um, once now, if I get the okay to from the doctor that this is just part of what goes on when you have this Crohn's shit, I don't know. I don't know enough about the disease to know if this is just part of it. But when it's going on for 2.5 weeks, it starts to scare you. It really does. I may go ahead and book going to fucking Mississippi next week. Because, like I said, I've got a good deal. I've got a really good deal. I've got a fucking flight out of Dallas to go down and stay at Harrah's Gulf Coast for like $80. And it's not even about going down there and going gambling. It's going down there and seeing Ron and Beer Belly and, Juicy Jungle, Bama Jana, it's for shit like that. They become pretty good friends. And that, I know you guys are talking about King Solo, but I haven't seen him in a while, and he's one of the channels I've seen a. I'm not trying to say anything negative, Lindsay. I'm sorry if I do. Out of all the channels I've met in person, I think him and Big Slaughter is the ones I've met more than anybody. Like live in person. I'm just saying that, out of channels I've met. Um, Even though Big Slaughter don't live around here, I've met Big Slaughter more. I've met Big Slaughter more than I've met Chips. Um, and Chips plays pretty much the same area I do, and I've seen Big Slaughter and King Solo far more times than I've ever met Chips and Reels. But I haven't even seen King Solo in anybody's lives or anything in quite some time. Or if he's in there, he's under a different name. Oh yeah, ham up, and you do have a point. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, I know there's been some issues going on with some slot channels thinking that I've talked some shit about some other people, and it was just a complete fucking misunderstanding. I got asked a question today in a live, what was the deal between me and another channel? There is no issue. It was just a fucking complete misunderstanding. Um, I didn't say nothing wrong. I didn't say nothing bad. They claim I did, but anyway, they can believe whatever they want. I don't really care. Um, I try to get along with everybody in the slot community. I love everybody in the slot community. I don't care if you have 100 subs. I don't give a fuck if you have fucking 500,000 subs. I watch everybody. I watch everybody. I mean, and if it's not on my phone and I'm not talking to you, it's on my TV. Oh, yeah, well, they took it as a personal attack, and it wasn't a personal attack. I was just, anyway, I'm not even going to go into details about it. That's water under the bridge. I don't give two flying fucks what other channels are doing or anything like that. Hey LJ, how are you? Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I don't really care. I didn't say nothing wrong. And sad part is they play at one of the areas I play at, and I haven't been avoiding that area because of them. I don't give two flying fucks if they're there or not. I just haven't had time to go to Durant. Um, because I like going to my local. I like going to McAllister. McAllister's 30 minutes from me. It's not as big as Durant. I like going to Grant. If you want the honest truth, I love going to Grant. I love going to Grant Casino. I've done extremely well at Grant. I've done extremely well at Choctaw Durant. I've done extremely well in McAllister. Um, Here lately, I haven't been doing too well at my local. I just got some stomach issues going on, man. Um, am I supposed to be doing this? No, because I have COPD and asthma, and I'm on 3 different inhalers. I'm not supposed to be doing this, but guys, when you've been doing it for fucking 30 plus years, my doctor straight up told me, because I told him when I talked to him about 6 months ago that I was going to give up smoking cigarettes and switch to vapes. He said, absolutely not. Don't stop what you're doing. Continue smoking. He said, because vapes are actually more dangerous for you than cigarettes are. He says, so I don't want you coming in here telling me you're on fucking vapes. Um, and if some of you guys don't know, I also sometimes use 420 um, to help out with pain, so I don't have to take my pain meds. I have my medical marijuana card, um, so I do use 420 to substitute for pain meds, so that I don't have to take them. Um, Now, when I do 420, I do use vapes sometimes versus the flower. I'm not really a big fan of the smell of flower, and I'm not allowed to take gummies. I'm not allowed to take gummies because of the liver issue. Um, and that's a promise I have with the doctor. Because I see a liver specialist because of my liver issues. They're afraid that the gummies might stick to the wall of the liver for a little while, and then all of a sudden one day all release at once. So if I take one gummy today, and if I take a gummy tomorrow, because if they don't affect me, a couple weeks down the road, they could all of a sudden one day just want to release, and then I may have 300 or 400 grams of fucking milligrams of fucking gummies in my system, and I'll be super fucked up. Hey, Pantel, how you doing? But I mean, that's the only reason I wanted to come on here is explain why I haven't been live. I've got some stomach issues going on. It's going on for been a couple weeks since about the weekend. I was supposed to go to Vegas. Um, I had to stay behind, and that's not the reason why I canceled. I just want you guys to know that right now. Reason why we had to cancel is her babysitter backed out, and then so I started scrambling for looking for flights to possibly just go ahead and just go into Vegas and just go. And then when I got the phone call, my buddy's dad died. I just decided to just stay home. I needed to be here for him. I went and spent a week with them. Um, so I mean, even though I wasn't feeling all that great, I was still going to do the Vegas trip. Rob, Rob, you're not a killer. Well, I'm glad to hear that. I do need to, and I do follow the rules in Oklahoma, guys. Oklahoma doesn't allow you to have any kind of marijuana products or anything like that. So when I'm in the casinos, if some of you guys that play the same places I do, I don't bring my marijuana products in the casinos because they're tribal owned. If you're caught with it, you're gonna get your ass in trouble. I don't. I'm smarter than that. I'll stick to using my pain meds versus bringing the fucking marijuana products in the fucking casinos. I'm not stupid. I mean, I know they're welcome in like Las Vegas and other places, but I'm not stupid. I'm not gonna put my fucking channel in jeopardy by bringing marijuana products in a location that's tribal owned and it get my ass in trouble. So, Choctaw, if I feel up to it, I might go down there at some point. Um, I got a deal next week where I can fly down there for 4 days. Um, it's a really good deal. I've done the 10-hour drive down there before. Um, the drive don't bother me. I'm an ex truck driver, guys. Drives don't bother me. I'm just wanting to stay local right now for a reason. Um, that's the only reason I'm staying local at the moment. Um, now, by staying local, is there a chance that maybe later on I might want to like run over to Shreveport because it's only 4 hours? Possibly. Um, I I might want to run over there. But like I said, my significant other, she was supposed to come down this weekend, and I held her off from coming down this weekend because I still wasn't feeling all that great. And so I held her off from coming down this weekend. She was supposed to come Tuesday or Wednesday, and she was going to be here. And I'm like, no, why don't you just stay home? Let me see what's going on with the doctor when I go see the doctor Tuesday before we start. You coming back down here or me going up there with you or whatever. So I want to take care of all that first. Oh, you're heading to Biloxi soon. Lindsay, I've been there one time. It was when me and the ex first split up. It was just a getaway weekend. I think I spent 2 nights there, and I spent 2 nights at Grant. It was just a getaway. I pretty much, when I was there, I'm not gonna bullshit you. I gambled a little bit. I mean, but I wasn't really myself at the time, so I didn't really go down to the floor much. Um, so as far as gambling there, I really can't say a whole lot about it. Um, but I pretty much, yeah, even though I was in Shreveport, I pretty much stayed in my room the whole time I was there. I went down to the casino floor every now and then, and I'd put a 20 in, get a free drink or whatever, give the waitress her dollar tip for a soda pop. But I already had Dr. Pepper. I mean, because they don't serve Dr. Pepper in the casino, so, and I had my Dr. Pepper up in the room, um, but as far as like full strength gambling there, I haven't done that. And then I left there and went to Grant after staying there for 2 days. And fuck, I was killing it at Grant. I walked in there and I played shit. I think I might have put $40 of my own cash in there and played on it for 2 days. Up and down, up and down, up and down, had sometimes ticket up to $1,500, $1,600. And, I mean, just, that's just the experience I have with, like, being able to play in these Oklahoma casinos. But my local here lately has not been paying me out for shit. It's kind of been like that since I switched my PIN number. I don't really know why, but for some odd reason, my top 3 slots is Firelink. One of my favorite slots is the original Mighty Cash, and then I always got a special place in my heart for Red Screen VGT Mr. Moneybags. That's what got me started on gambling. My first big hit was on a BGT Mr. Moneybag. So that's always got a special place in my heart. But I love Firelink and I love the original Mighty Cash. Oh well, I mean, like, I'm talking about the top, the top three that I started out playing. Nowadays, my top three is Lightning Link, like Checkered Flag, and Dragon Link. I play a lot more Link games than I do VGTs or any of those. But yeah. I don't play blackjack or craps. No, I don't play that. I don't play any table games. Because here in Oklahoma, you got to pay an ante for any table game you play. So if the table is $5 a hand, it's like $6 to play because it's $1 per hand of each hand of blackjack you play, each hand of craps. It's all supposed to go towards education. Does it? I don't know. It's just a bunch of bullshit. So no, I don't. Oh, I love the links. I've hit, I've hit a jackpot on the link games. I've hit a jackpot on the red screen games too. But um, I love playing link games. And my favorite link game is Checkered Flag. But I love Dragon Link. It's just that here lately, Checkered Flag hasn't done shit for me. Um, I'll never stop liking it, but it's just not paying me out. Yeah, there you go. There's some Checker Flags. Yeah, Gail, I'm on here talking. You'll have to scroll back all the way to the beginning. Why I haven't been going live? I've got some health issues going on. Um, if I'm feeling up to it tomorrow, I'll go live tomorrow. Um, but I've got a doctor's appointment I'm gonna see Tuesday. I'm gonna see what they have to say. This isn't my primary. I'm seeing Tuesday. Some of you guys know, some of y'all don't. I see a pain management doctor every month. So this is my pain management doctor I'm seeing Tuesday. I'm gonna talk to them about what's going on with the stomach issues. Um, and see what they have to say. They'll probably tell me I need to get in with my regular primary, but they're still doctors. I have an auto. That's why when you see me walk Choctaw, and a lot of people, you guys, like when you were saying that one night Choctaw, you were talking about how much older I look than I really am. That has a lot to do with my health condition. I'm only 49, and do y'all see all this gray? I don't look 49. I look like I'm. Hell, sometimes I walk into stores and I get the fucking senior citizen discount because of all this gray I've got. I have an autoimmune disease that's called ankylosing spondylitis, and it makes me look a lot older than I am. Um, I walk hunched over. I can't really. I'm not supposed to walk long distances. Um, I have a neck and a back issue. My neck all the way to my tailbone is fused completely together, kind of like a tree trunk. Um, I can only turn my head about this far. I can turn my neck about, or my neck, excuse me, not my head, my neck. I can turn my neck about this far. I can turn my neck about this far. I can't look up. This is about as far up as I can look. Guys, I have to lay on the ground to look up at the stars. I can't even like go outside and look up at the stars or the moon or any of that shit. If I want to do any of that, I have to put a pallet on the ground and lay on the ground to do it. I can't drink out of a soda can unless it's with a straw. Um, because when I drink out of a soda can, I have to take the soda can and splash it because I can't tilt my head back far enough to drink out of one. When I'm clean shaved, I do look 30 in my like 30s when I'm clean shaved. Um, my cousin, his wife, told me one day when I was clean shaved and I uploaded a little video on Facebook. She said, "Don't you ever clean shave like that again. You're too good looking of a guy when you're clean shaved." She said, "You just look so much younger when you're clean shaved," and I do. When I'm clean shaved, I look like I'm in my early 30s. But when I mean, this is just from not shaving for like 4 days, guys. And look, I mean, it don't come in brown anymore. It all comes in gray now. That could be due to age too. My hair's still brown or kind of a blackish brown. I don't really have any gray in my hair, but Lindsay dating aged you. But Hammy's seen me in fucking casinos. I don't give two flying fucks a lot of times how bad my health issues are. I will push on. I will push on. I will push on. I will push on. Um, I don't let my health issues usually keep me down. I'll try to keep up with the younger crowd. I'll try to keep up with I'll try to keep up with anybody. Um, and I think that has a lot to do with being a truck driver too, you know. There were some times when I was truck driving I would run 36-hour shifts and not even bat an eye. Oh, Lindsay, you don't. I've seen what you look like. You don't look like you're 10. You don't look like somebody else is 10 years older than you. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I've seen pictures of Lindsay. I know. I mean, yeah, she doesn't look old. Lindsay's a great person, and I don't even know with all the stuff that's going on with me if this thing between me and this other person is even going to last. You know, because maybe she doesn't want later on. She might decide that I have so much going on that she don't want to deal with the bullshit that's going on with me. You know, and that's another thing that I've talked to her about. You know, I've got a lot going on. Um, some stuff she knows, some stuff she doesn't. I've only told her what I want her to know. Oh yeah, good night, Leona. Um, guys, I've been on for an hour. I just want to get on here and we'll figure it out. I always do. Because I want to get back to you ain't winning if you ain't spinning. That's another one of my new emojis that's on there. You ain't winning if you ain't spinning on my memberships. Memberships are 99 cents a month. I feel bad that I haven't been live since I've created them. And that's what me and the other kids were talking about. I'm like, I made these memberships now. I haven't been going live. And they're all like, we'll go to the casino with you. You can go. And if something's going wrong, one of us can take over. If you need a little bit of a break, one of us can take over. And I'm like, no, that's not how I want to do it. This is pop slots. This isn't the kids slots. Oh, I've had 2 double hip replacements and knee surgery. I've had fucking lung cancer scares, um, torn ligaments, concussions, hospitalized, divorce. I think the divorce made me stronger. I appreciate you too, Ann. And if I'm feeling up to it tomorrow, I might do an early live stream, I don't know. I know I can't do it Tuesday. Tuesday I got a kid he's having a surgical procedure done and I can't be at it because I've got a doctor's appointment. Um so and he just had a birthday a few days ago. And so um but yeah, and I've always told everyone, and it's always been a running joke between me and Big Slaughter. It's always been my dream that I want to be the biggest channel in Oklahoma, and it's just a running joke. And I'm like, I want to be the biggest channel in Oklahoma, because there's not a whole lot of us here in Oklahoma that gamble. Oh, thank you for the gift of memberships, Lindsay. I appreciate that. I really, really do. I mean, it all started out as a joke, and then, you know, and then I started realizing, there's maybe 2 or 3 of us in Oklahoma that even, and I understand we got channels that come here from like Texas and Kansas and Arkansas and Mississippi and Missouri and other places and Arizona, even Big Slaughter comes from Arizona. I understand we got them other channels that come here. Um, and they gamble here, but living here and knowing these slots is completely different. And I mean, even Lindsay, Lindsay might live in Texas, but she's very loyal to the Oklahoma casinos. So that's the type of people I'm talking about too. People that's like really in chips and reels. She lives in Texas, but she's extremely loyal to the Oklahoma casinos. The Casanovas, they're extremely loyal to the Oklahoma casinos. Um, the Hand Painting Gang, they're extremely loyal to the Oklahoma casinos. Choctaw Wins or Slots or whatever he goes by sometimes. He lives in Oklahoma. Me and him both live here, and I like supporting the local shit. I've actually got a deal going on with my local. If we can get me up to a certain amount of subscribers, they're wanting me to host something New Year's Eve. And I've had to put that on the back burner for now. I've had to talk to the manager, let him know what was going on, but I've got to be at a certain number of subscribers before it can happen. Because they want me to do something with them for New Year's Eve. That's at my local. Choctaw. He plays at Grant a lot. I try to learn from some of these other channels, AP shit. The only 3 AP games I can tell you anything about is Buffalo Ascension, the whatever those money ball games, and fucking Regal Riches. Any other AP game, I couldn't tell you a damn thing about them. Not nothing. I wouldn't. If there's another AP game out there, I wouldn't even recognize it. Yeah, I appreciate you gifting memberships, Lindsay. That means a lot. But guys, it's 2 o'clock here. I'm gonna cut out of here. I have taken some pain meds and I have smoked some 420. I'm starting to get a little bit on the drowsy side. Now that I've gotten rid of some of this pain from it. I love you, each and every one of y'all. Don't give up on me. I won't give up on y'all. Stick with me. I'll be back. I'll be back. I always tell you guys, I'll be back. And sound like Terminator from Arnold Schwarzenegger. Need my sunglasses on. I'll be back. Anyway, I love you all. I appreciate you all. And remember, you ain't winning if you ain't spinning. And we'll see you guys at the casino hopefully next time. Y'all have a great night.